Bro, what's going on this morning?
Well, you don't like Cheetos?
I love Cheetos. I love them a lot, but not as much as you. I mean, it's all over your shirt. Is that your hangover snack?
Nope. Haven't drank in years.
Shocker. I mean, your pants are undone. You're more pigeon-toed than normal. Those aren't your normal glasses. Where's your glasses?
I forgot them at home.
And where's Kanie?
She's on the other side of the world. I haven't seen her. Haven't heard from her.
I'll be honest, you look rough.
I think I'm peaking.
Tell you what I'm peeking at's a goddamn clusterfuck. I guess I'm Daniel.
I guess I'm Jordan.
And I guess we're Daniel and Jordan.
Daniel. They couldn't come up with a name, so they went with their own names. But that's the way our heroes roll, and it's gonna be okay. So sit back and enjoy it. Let's welcome Daniel and Jordan. What had to rhyme? The Daniel and Jordan Show.
Welcome back, guys. Welcome to the greatest show on the internet. The best one you tuned in so far. The best one you tuned in today. And definitely the best one you're going to tune into all week. Good morning, Jordan.
This is the best one.
I mean, you look good, I'll tell you. If I was single,
Yeah.
I'd chase after you.
If you were single?
If I was single. But
Sorry about
unfortunately,
this.
I'm married.
You're married?
Yep.
Oh, okay. That's right. You are married.
I'm married. I'm not wearing my ring today. I couldn't find it. I don't know where I laid it down last night.
A single man.
I mean, don't act like you have nothing to wipe your hands on.
Couple
Clearly.
bachelors over here, huh?
Yeah, boy.
We're out here looking.
If you need to wipe your hands on something, just use your shirt.
Oh, that's right. That's a good point. It's a good napkin, isn't it?
I mean, so what's going? Explain yourself.
Well, Kanie's been gone now for 2 weeks, so
Looks like more longer than that.
let's see here. I've had a little Cheetos. As you can tell, I've had a little bit of I've had a lot of hot dogs.
Yeah,
a lot of hot dogs and grapes.
Nice.
It's been my normal meal.
Hot dogs and grapes.
Yep. Easy to wash the grapes, easy to microwave the hot dog.
I was thinking if you put the grapes down by the base of the hot dog, it looks more like a penis. That's where I thought you were going with that one. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, it tastes pretty good.
So with Kanie being gone, what's your week been like this week?
Now, it doesn't look like it, but I really have been. I've been efficient.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good word for it. I've been working. I've been sober. I've been meditating. I've been in the gym again. Okay, so I'm actually peaking again.
Yeah,
Did you look at my arms?
I looked at them to see if I noticed anything.
What
Are you sore?
Huh? I'm recovering. I'm in a recovering phase right now.
So what are you doing at the gym?
Running. I'm doing the heart rate stuff, the 30 minutes running, and then I'm getting the pump in. And the way I like to do it, I know everyone knows like there's all these groups that you put together, but I get in there and I think, what's the weakest on me right now?
Definitely your bottom half of your neck down.
So I get there, I put a weight around my neck, and I lift it up and down.
So what's your theory? Well, like, what's your method? So you ask yourself, what's the weakest part?
Straight arms, right?
Oh,
always the weakest part.
Monday through Friday's arms for me, baby.
Yeah, Saturday, Sunday's a break. I do arms, and then I'll do a dab of chest, but I'll just do push-ups at home before I shower. I get naked and get on the bathroom floor, and I do some push-ups.
See, the weird thing about because I do this too, or I used to. Clearly, I don't do push-ups anymore. But like when you're naked doing push-ups, I love the feeling of it touching the floor on the way down. It's a funny feeling.
You don't have to go all the way down because you can tell with it the coldness.
You're at the right angle when the tip touches the ground.
Yeah. When the tip gets numbly cold from the touch of the hard.
Yeah, usually your arms are supposed to go to a 90 degree, right? Mm-hmm. To where your shoulders are like flat across the back.
If you're going to do it right,
But with me, I have to go to an acute angle because it's a little, it's further away from the floor.
You do girl push-ups?
Than a normal person.
Kanie can't do it normal. Well, she can't.
Whitney can't either.
She couldn't do one girl push-up the other day when we tried to do it.
That's sad.
That's real sad.
I tell Whitney it's pathetic.
Yeah.
Whitney can't do it. Kanie can't do it. We need to get these ladies. I mean, they tell us we need to be in the gym.
No. Women need to be as weak as possible. I think that they have. I think that they have gone far enough at this point.
Yeah.
I think that we need to keep them right in that place where they're still physically able to be dominated.
I feel that.
Otherwise, we're fucked.
Yeah. Especially you, for sure. You can't have a woman stronger than you.
Yeah.
Which doesn't take much.
No woman in the gym longer than 2 days max. All right, you got to take 4 days off.
So with your efficiency, I've noticed it too, just like in your, I don't know, just like your energy. You know what I mean? Like you can tell when somebody's like, you said you're sober, which, I mean, you're not like on heroin or anything. You know,
right.
You're just talking from like
Smoking weed.
But like, you look good, you know, you feel good.
I look and feel great.
For those of you just listening, my man has Cheeto stains on his shirt, a mustard, so he doesn't look the greatest, but he feels like $100.
Yeah, I feel like $100. I really do.
Yeah.
I really do. I don't know how much convincing I need to do here, but
no.
I feel great. I feel clear-minded.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, you know what the biggest thing is, especially when it comes to smoking weed, it's the boredom after you quit, right? And so now it's like I have all this time on my hand, and now instead of it looking at it as being bored, it's like, well, now I can use this time on how I want, and I'm starting to get this thing like you, where it's like, I kind of just want to work at something. Mm-hmm. I want to get better at something. Like I kind of want to start practicing certain guitar parts. That's something that I haven't done, or learn how to do something I haven't done.
Yeah.
Instead of like spending this time just for leisure, spending this time to improve myself and feel better about myself.
So what made you change that mindset, like to move in that direction?
To make sure that Katie doesn't leave me when she gets back, so that she knows I am still an individual that can handle himself. Gotcha. Which I have been trying to convince her of for the past, 7 years that we've been together.
So you think she thinks that she needs to stay to take care of you?
Oh, yeah. She for sure feels the need to take care of me.
But when she comes back and sees, you know, the litter box is done, the house looks good, the floors are mopped, you look good, you're toned up, because she don't know.
She don't know yet. That's right. She's going to, I guess you'll know a little bit from
at least
today.
Another, week and a half or so out. But you're toned up. We won't mention some other things you got going on.
I've got a couple things going on. Don't worry about that, baby.
I think she's going to be... Katie, you're going to be excited.
I can't wait.
And if you don't hurry back, I tell you, he's going to have a man after him. Another one. Well, that's good. I'm glad you're clear-minded. I'm glad you're, doing a better version of yourself. It's always good to improve on yourself if it's skills you're trying to learn. Or
starts with mindfulness. I've been saying it over and over and over and over. And this is the thing that has helped. It's like changed my life, is just being more present.
Yeah.
And just thinking and being in this moment right now, and looking at my thoughts and looking at what I'm doing and deciding if that's what I want it to do in the future. And it just snowballs. Yeah. Everything starts in the present, and then in the future looks better once you make the present better.
Mm-hmm. That's good, man. I've kind of been working on me too. It's really hard. It's so hard. And when I explain it to people, it's like, it's tough.
Yeah.
It's hard.
It's almost impossible.
Anything you have to work at, though, is going to be tough, whether that's your job or your relationship, yourself.
Yeah.
It's hard.
It's a practice.
Yeah.
Right. It's baby steps, right? It's not like, I know the concept, I make it seem like it's like some magical thing, but there's no magic. It's just when I remember to be present, I try to be, and I do for a little while, and I have days where I'm not. Mm-hmm. But it's all better than prior, where I was never present.
Right. No. I think that's what I have to give myself grace, because, I know I'm working at it, and I know I'm headed in that direction.
Do you have moments like during the day where you're just like, or you like something like chirps in you, like reminds you to like, okay, maybe I was going down a train of thoughts, and maybe I need to take a breath, and just, do you do those at all? I
think it's more of like an anxious feeling, like if I'm working or something, and then I start to feel a little certain way, like I'll look at the clock and it's, last I looked at it was 7. I look at it now, it's 4:30. I'm like, holy shit, what am I, and then I like, was I productive today? Then I start, thinking about, did I get everything done that I wanted to get done? Was I using my time wisely? And then I have to like, okay, I did do this. Okay, so I guess 4:30, I should be on the right track.
Yeah.
It's like a train of thought, but that's usually what I feel whenever I have to, when it reminds myself to take a step.
The funny thing is those thoughts a lot of the times are a waste of time. So in that time you're worried about wasting time, you're wasting time.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like this,
exactly
counteractive thing.
But so what I've done is I've got it set to where like once a month we're going to do something as a family, like full day.
Yeah, I've noticed y'all
nothing.
been doing a lot more like planned out, like you're
which I think is good. And if I have to plan it to get it done, that's fine, because if I don't plan it, then it's so easy to get lost in your daily life, style. And so like the first time we went to the cave and explored, but this past week we went to the lake and we went and rented a boat, went tubing.
Yeah, that looked awesome.
And I mean, just kind of enjoy the day.
Y'all had another big event going on last week that I don't think we've talked about, where y'all went on a scavenger hunt.
Oh, yeah.
We haven't talked about that
We
on
did
here.
some Pokemon stuff, actually.
Yeah.
So my wife's, she's never won anything. Other than me,
I knew that was
she's
coming.
never won anything. And
0 trophies, just Daniel.
yeah. So we got this thing in our town, Spotted and Bowling Green. It's a Facebook group. Well, this guy's been hiding these Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
And he hit a Mewtwo, like some special edition something. I don't know much about Pokemon cards. I know like your popular kids,
Right.
Charizard, Pikachu, Mewtwo.
Yeah.
I didn't even know the Team Rocket. I didn't know Jesse and James until after all this. Long story short, we went down a wild goose chase for about 3 days
Yeah.
hunting this fucking Pokemon card that he's hidden in town.
Yeah.
And he gives clues, once a day. And then if it starts to be like 3 or 4 days and no one's found it, they do it like twice a day or 3 times a day clues. We ended up finding 2 Pokemon stashes.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I can't imagine. Like, it sounds fun. Like the excitement of that, I imagine, was pretty exhilarating.
But I mean, you got to think. She comes in here and she's like, "Hey, honey, I got a great idea. It's something we've never done before." And immediately, like, sexual thoughts start going through my head. Like, what haven't we done that I just wanted to try? So then she's like, "We need to go on a Pokemon hunt." And I'm like, "What?" So I'm like, "Okay." She's like, "Come on, it'll be fun." And she's so excited. She's like, "I know where it is. I know where it is." That bitch didn't know where it was. She had us running all over town. We went downtown on the square. We went to Lost River Cave, where we did find the what is it called? Like a distraction. It's called something like the Red Robin, or I don't know.
Pokeball?
Yeah, we found a Pokeball, but it was it was a distraction.
Oh, okay.
The Red Heron is like the name of it.
It wasn't the Mewtwo card. It was
some cards, and we thought it was clues because it was like Squirtle. It was it was fire, water, electricity, because Pikachu was in there, and then something fish, and it had a note, and we put 3 and 3 together, and it sounded like it was down at the splash pad on the square, which has like the municipals down there, like the fire, the electricity, the water. So you getting all those Cheetos off over there?
Yeah, I can taste them.
I can see them. So we thought it was down there. So we went down there, and she's like, "Well, I guess we can't. We have no luck. Let's go home." So we get almost home. Granted, town's on the other side of town, the square.
Yeah.
We get almost home, and she's like, "Oh, it just hit me. I know where it is." And I'm about to get off the exit to come here. And I'm like, "Oh, I'm not doing this. I'm not turning back. Please, honey, please. We never get to do this stuff." We spent 5 or 6 hours, Jordan. Didn't find it. She made me turn back around and go all the way to town. And then that night, "Oh, there's one more clue. I know where it is." She sends me out at 11:30 at the Ag Center out at Western.
Yeah, the
on
agriculture.
private property. Had no idea.
Yeah.
I got stopped and talked to. They thought they were making sure I wasn't vandalizing anything.
He's out here banging the cows.
Yeah, I was driving around all these cows. It smelled like cow shit. I tasted it for the next 24 hours. It was just on me. It was on me.
You're just out there tasting it?
And then so we didn't find it, but then her and Cadence actually got one more clue the next day. Everybody was working.
Yeah.
She was like, "Come on with me." I'm like, "Honey, it's been 3 days. I got to get some work done. I've been hunting your fucking Pokemon long enough. Okay."
We've been in Fantasyland for long enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm like, she's like, "All right." I was like, "Look, y'all just go. It's totally okay." So they ended up finding it at the aviation park, which was super cool. I was excited for her.
Yeah.
But that has just started a new thing.
Yeah.
Now she's like, they got him at Covington Park. They got him here. I'm like, y'all have fun. I'm done. I'm not hunting another Pokemon.
It is pretty crazy that, like, to think of how simplistic that is to spark people's like curiosity and like
Just to get out.
the fun in getting out. Like, people want to if there's something to do, and it's crazy to think like how little is there to do. Like, it's just the same old all the time. And so like anything like that, it's just like, oh, it can be really simple to get people to, like, people want to do that stuff. That's like the good news is like we have a desire stuff like that.
And I love the fact that, so like our Spotted and Bowling Green group, there's a lot of drama on there. Someone will just post a picture of like someone on the parkway, like, this guy just cut in front of me, and then she gets attacked in the comments for posting the picture, and everybody starts bickering. And then before you know it, there's a whole thread of 138 Karens on there, just talking shit.
Yeah, and countless other people watching the drama.
Yeah,
right? They can't fucking help it. Those people are the gossip. They just can't help it. I love it. They love it.
And I love how he's kind of took that and turned it into something positive. Yeah, I think it's cool. You know, so it was fun. It's been an interesting week between hunting the Pokemon, going out on the lake, which was awesome. Quality family time for me. It was so good to get out and just look at them laughing and looking them tubing, throwing them off the tube. Whitney got to drive the boat. She threw me off the tube. But it was cool to just get out and just not even pick up like, we didn't have service.
Old school fun.
Yes. I mean, I recorded some stuff and then posted it once we got service, but like, I wasn't checking analytics. I was in the moment, having fun, eating my peanut butter and jelly and just living it. And that feels good. And then when you go to sit down, you're like, man, I want to go back out on the lake. So you got to have that balance. That's it's so important not to get lost in like the fun moment to where it just, then it starts kind of hindering your work. You know?
Right. Yeah. No, it's good though, because it does suck when you get that feeling when you come back to the work and it's like, oh, it's gone. Yeah. But at the end of the day, had those moments, like for the kids especially, right, to like adds like a nostalgic feeling for them when they get older and they're like, man, that was fun. Like they now know what that experience can be like what it is like to not be on your phone in the house all day.
Yeah, like Eli's big on his tablet and Switch, and we were like, no electronics. We made clues and like let them hunt for like what they think we're going to be doing. I forget the riddle, but we wrote a riddle on the car and they were trying to piece it together on the way there. So
it was awesome.
It was cool just to do something different that we haven't done. And that's what I'm trying to do every month is think of something that we've never done and we just stop what we're doing and we do it. Yeah. You know,
it's a busy world now. It's I think more than ever, it's like more efficient and beneficial to slow down and stop now. Cause I think like we were getting into this habit of just being so busy doing. And when we're not doing, we're doing something on our phone. That the power of slowing down and stopping, and it's just more than ever. It's got a large charge. Yeah, that I think it's an attractive thing for humans.
Yeah, well, I'm enjoying it. I'm gonna keep doing it, and we'll see what happens from there. But now I'm gonna introduce. Obviously, clearly not the better looking one of us today, but a very smart man, my best friend, Mr. Jordan Hunter, with today's Word of the Week.
Thank you, Daniel. Today's Word of the Week is appreciation. And, you know, I've been writing more on my Facebook.
I've enjoyed it. Yeah.
Thank you. I do my lunch breaks. I sit down and that's a good thing about having a job where I don't use my brain for anything. I can sit there and just ponder. And so this week I was thinking on appreciation, and like ties into the present moment stuff too. But I was thinking about like when we like eat, right? Like I have a nasty habit of like I want like a big plate of food, right? When I go to Slim's, I can't do the 3-piece meal, right?
Yeah,
it has to be the 4-piece at minimum.
I'm the 6.
I can't.
I'm gonna be honest.
Damn.
The biggest one.
Yeah. I mean, you're always like, it's $1 more. I might as well get that extra tender. But then you get that food and you don't ever sit there and like, you know, we talk about like having moments with your family and it's hard to even the people you love and value. Well, even down to like the food, which should be valued. You know, I guess that's when we grow up, we're taught to say grace and be grateful for our food. Well, I think we've fallen far away from that. And it's like, if you sit there with that one bite and you sit there and you really focus on just the flavor of that one bite, you see how much just appreciation for the fact that you have this food, the fact that it does taste amazing. But a lot of the times we're just biting and going into the next bite, and our thoughts are elsewhere, and we're shoving it all down. And then all we're really left with is like a shame and guilt of stuffing our faces, and we feel like crap. We're overeating. We're eating more than we need. We're not eating the right things. And it made me, and that ties into a lot of things. I think the good idea about food is we're all doing it all day, every day. So something you can practice every day to focus on something small and what we take for granted all the time.
Yeah. 100%.
And I think that's the appreciation piece of something like just as simple as when you take a bite, sitting there and focused, giving that food your full attention and focus and showing your appreciation and gratitude for it. It kind of spills out into other things in life where you start to noticing things that are like spending time with your family, which is in our heads way more significant than a bite of food.
Right.
And you realize how you're taking that for granted as well. And that it's to be appreciated, or else you'll just miss it. You'll miss these moments.
So let me ask you this. Because if you're like me, and before you even started thinking that way, like, even my kids do this. When they eat, they start watching their tablet. Or if I was to eat, I immediately start looking through Facebook, because eating is like a break from lunch, from work or something. So it's like, okay, I'm going to eat. I'm going to have some time to myself. I'm going to look through some social media. You're not appreciating the bite. So whenever you're there, and were you on the phone or not?
Well, I'm writing my things. Yeah. Well, I'm writing my things. And so like I'm doing it. Like I'm taking a bite, I'm thinking about it.
Did you ever bite it and close your eyes? Like,
yeah.
And just embrace that moment.
Well, because like it's really hard not to, because like the stimulus of seeing things and it melts, us, we're visual people. So when my eyes are open, it's like I'm all right here.
Yeah, you just got to have the glasses on.
I'm nowhere up here or anything. I'm all, The closing of the eyes is, like when you're like mixing music, it's a big technique is to close your eyes, because the stimulus of looking, the sounds sound different than when you close your eyes and your full focus is only on the sound. It's kind of that idea.
It's almost like you're shutting off a sense. Because
I just sit there and do this.
I could see it.
In the middle of the food court.
And what were you eating? Was I right?
What was it?
Was it a peanut butter and jelly?
No. Daniel, I've been peeking. I had a salad and an orange.
Interesting. From where? The house?
Yeah. I mean, you get like a Kroger pre-made salad. Yeah.
Those are good though.
Yeah, they are good.
Well, that's good. I mean, appreciating the small things is always important. And it does tie in with everything.
Everything, right?
It ties in with everything. Appreciating the present moment.
Yeah. What's happening right now. Yeah. I appreciate spending time with you right now.
I appreciate you and all that you do. And I'm more of like the steam of the fucking locomotive, that I can, like, I'm the coal,
Dang, you just left me behind with the words.
No, I'm the coal and you are the conductor, I feel like.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like, you control the speed, I feel like, for me, but I'm always going to be the fucking fuel. It's
Are you just describing us fucking or something? You're a power bottom, and I'm built for speed.
I just, that's how I can, that's why I feel like we've always worked so good together and just thrived off of one another. I feel like, because like I'm the coal to the locomotive, and I'm just the fuel and the drive and like the energy, you know what I mean? And I feel like you're the one to like, hey Daniel, let's slow down. We're coming up on a fucking bridge. Let's slow this bitch down before we just fucking fall off the tracks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think a lot of people go through life with a wanting to like bash their way through life, and that works in some circumstances, but usually eventually you come to a point where you meet such resistance that one person can't bash them way through. Yeah, and I think but on the flip side with me, I can sit here and think all day and go in every direction and go nowhere. And that's a problem for me. And that is exactly what we do. We kind of, and because we trust each other enough, and the way we collaborate together is so open to each other. I think that is why we actually get a lot of things done, and we love doing it, and we're happy doing it. And
We're the fucking dynamic duo, baby, and y'all don't even know it yet.
Y'all don't even know it. You definitely don't know it yet. No, I don't know if anyone knows it yet.
Hey, but when y'all find out, you're going to be like, holy shit, I see it. It's right in front of you. It's right under your nose, and you don't even see it. But
you should appreciate it.
Yeah.
You ungrateful fucks.
Yep, that's today's word of the week. Ungrateful fucks. But I love this every Sunday, and it's very therapeutic for me. I love the appreciation, and it all, like you said, it does tie in. And that's what I've done. I've appreciated. So, I'm going to be honest. This week I tried to guess what the word of the week was, and I think I was almost right.
What'd you?
No word came to mind, but like this feeling.
He's trying to guess any word.
Like
no words came to my mind.
This intuition of like, I think I know what today is. Like it was a feeling, but I do think it was like appreciation, like appreciating the present moment. I knew it had something to do with the present moment, tying in with that, and appreciating the balance, appreciating the mindfulness. Like you have to appreciate those things to be able to do those things and to remind yourself to do those things. I feel like,
yeah. It's maybe I'm fortunate with my job, but there's like moments now where I catch myself when I'm just doing mindlessly unfolding clothes or whatever, and I take a second and I think about being here now. And sometimes I'll just like look up and like look at things that I've never even looked at inside this room that I've spent hours in all the time. And it's amazing all the things that go unnoticed. That first off, who am I to think that I know anything when I can look around and be like, I don't even know what this room even has. There's all these things in here. That ceiling tile's all messed up, but I'm sure maybe I saw it, but I don't know it. Now looking at it, I know it. And it's like, well, how many other things are in the world am I not noticing? And then who am I to form a decision and to judge someone else or to judge a situation when I don't even know what's going on in this room that I spend 40 hours a week in. Yeah. And it's amazing the things you start to notice when you realize you haven't been noticing anything.
Yeah. You can do that in music too. There's plenty of songs I listen to, and if you try to like focus on one thing, it's so weird. It overpowers over everything. But if you listen to it all at once, you can. It flows. But if you try to listen to the hi-hat of a song, the hi-hat is probably one of the most neutral level things throughout the music. But if you listen to a hi-hat and you really focus, one of the words we've used, on the hi-hat, it stands out more than anything. Yeah. And I feel like you can tie an appreciation, but I am focusing on that. But when you appreciate where you're at and you're focusing on one thing, that's how all this shit ties in together. It's so weird. But like I'm focusing on that ceiling tile messed up. Yeah. Now I notice that ceiling tile is messed up. Yeah. It's so weird.
It paints a bigger picture and a better understanding of the full thing. And on top of that, like the idea of focusing, it makes me think of just like the idea of people are like, you focus on positivity or negativity. And it's like, both are true, but which one you're making the truth. If you're focused on the negative side of things, of course, that's all you're going to see. Yeah. Just like when you focus on the hi-hat, of course, that's all you're going to hear. Of course, it's going to come up to the forefront when you focus on it. Wild. But once you focus on whatever the good things are, or what's meant to, and sometimes it's like maybe the hi-hat's not even meant to be that up front. You're just focused on it. But like a big idea with production is when you're making like a song, you want to have like, there's like tiers, right? So like usually in a lot of rap songs, especially like the vocals are supposed to be all the way up front. And so that's how you mix it. You put it all the way up front and everything else has to be behind it. Right. It has to go in this order and you layer it like that. But even then, when you listen to the song, you can focus on those things and your mind can pull that to the forefront. Yeah, it's wild. But that's not what the full picture is.
That's how powerful your mind is.
Yeah, exactly. Right. That's how powerful your focus and your mind is. And that's why you can't, other people are going to be in their situations and you can't let that bother you because that might be their issue and their focus problems. But yeah, 100%. That's good you said that because I went to that show last night And my buddy who doesn't really do music at all, he was like, sometimes I just like watch the bass player and I try to just like focus on what the bass is doing because I don't know what it's doing. I was like, yeah, that's exactly how you start. You start focusing on one instrument and you understand what it's doing. And then once you understand what it's doing individually, you can see what it's doing to the full picture, right? You used to understand like how the whole underwork, what its job is, right? It's not the whole picture, but what its job is to the full picture.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Whitney's going to come in here one day, see me crawling on the ground, and she'll be like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm going to say, did you know that there was a little crack in this ground molding down here? She's going to be like, what the fuck are you on?
Yeah, wait, that's actually true. I didn't think about that. Katie probably notices like every little thing. She needs to stop focusing.
If I pointed that out to Whitney, she'd be like, oh, well, hell, they better come fix that shit. And then she's going to start finding cracks everywhere. Yeah. Because that's how Whitney and Katie's mind, I swear to God, I feel like they're the same person.
Is it a woman thing?
I think it's an OCD thing.
Yeah.
Because Katie's pretty OCD about cleanliness and stuff like that. And Whitney is too. It's sickening.
Yeah.
To the point to where I'm like, okay, it's annoying at this point.
Yeah.
Our house is clean, honey.
You should be more like me.
Yeah.
And then I'm starting to realize when I'm talking about focus, I'm like, wait, that's me trying to be more like her. So there must be a middle we're missing out on.
Yeah.
That's the balance of men and women.
Yep. And that's why Katie balances you out. Whitney balances me out.
Yeah.
What's odd, though, is we balance each other out.
That was a little odd.
They would be the same. They would be fucked.
Oh, they could. Yeah, if we were two separate couples, oh, yeah.
We would be thriving,
that's right, baby.
Yeah.
We'd have a great sex life.
Well, now, guess what? We're mixing things up today. You know what? You ever had that moment where you just wanted to whisper to somebody and talk some shit? You know? Today, we're going to be doing that. We're going to be playing with each other, not sexually. We're going to be playing with a game with each other. Are you down to do this?
I'm absolutely down.
So what I'm thinking, what we're going to do is we're going to put some headphones on, okay?
Okay.
And we're going to crank the gain up on this fucking mixer over here.
Okay.
And we're going to shit talk ASMR.
Amen, brother. Let's do it.
We're gonna call it the shit talking ASMR segment. Let's go. Hello and welcome to the ASMR shit talking experience where best friends meet enemies. Fuck you, Daniel. Fuck you, Jordan. Do you know why you're always constipated? Why? Because you're always full of shit. Well, you look like the fucking naked mole rat. You look like the naked mole rat from the Kim Possible TV show, you pink-skinned fuck. One time you called me up to ask me how to spell a 4-letter word. When we were kids, and we used to go in your garage and spray paint our t-shirts, as we walked past the laundry room, I would grab a pair of your mother's underwear and sniff them and I would just dream of what it would be like to be your father. You still can. Your beard looks like it was sculpted to look like Zeus's beard. That's a Greek god, you dumb fuck. The way you stand looks more fucked up than the guy that played Forrest Gump as a kid. When are those testosterone pellets gonna take care of that feminine twang in your voice? You sound like Paula Deen at a sex change. Your mom should have swallowed you instead of having one more fucking son. Since you never amounted to anything, you're just a piece of wasted space. And that sums it up for our ASMR shit-talking experience where best friends meet enemies.
You don't really think I'm a waste of space, do you?
No, I love you. I'm sorry.
Apology not accepted.
Well, fuck you, Jordan. So that was that. And what I need you to do is just comment on the video. Let us know if you're here on YouTube or call the number and let us know if you enjoyed the ASMR segment. Is that something we continue? Is that something we do once a month? I love the twist my nips. I love the word of the week. The word of the week is never changing. And if you have suggestions, call the number. That's what I would do.
Yeah, we'll pull it up here somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere. Well, you know what we need to do is write this number down before every show. That way I can like tape it up here and just call 911.
That's
you
true.
know?
We should be reading it. You know?
Yeah, we need a whiteboard. What the fuck? What happened to our whiteboard? And what happened to like the reading of our energy and like our thoughts?
Enneagram?
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, I did mine.
For
Where's
Dan?
yours?
Sorry, Dan.
He's fucked up again, buddy.
Dan, are you still here, Dan?
He's probably said, fuck those guys. They told me I was going to do an Enneagram like 3 weeks in a row. I'm out this bitch. He's listening to like Sam and Kat's podcast now.
Yeah. We 3 weeks in a row said we were going to do it and then said nothing for, I don't even know how long it's been since we've said it.
We could be telling on ourselves. He probably just thought he missed the episode.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, we did it, Dan.
Go back through the old ones.
You'll find it.
Some
or at
cheap
least help our
views.
algorithm out at least. But seriously, if you guys have any problems, questions, concerns, segment suggestions, that's a fucking tongue twister, call the number, let us know. Most importantly, give us a rating on Apple Podcast or Spotify. Rate the show. Leave a comment like... What is it called whenever you, is it leave a comment on Spotify and stuff?
I don't know. Can you leave a comment?
Yeah, you can. So on Apple Podcast, you can rate us a 5-star if you'd like. But you can also
Or 4.
leave a comment like, what do you enjoy? Is this show for everybody? What does this show do for you? Leave a comment on there. We have a couple ratings already on Apple.
Oh, really?
But,
are they you?
No, but I would leave us a review. That's what they're called. Reviews. Leave us a review on Spotify or Apple. You know, just let other people know. This stuff can help anybody. This stuff's helped me. So I feel like if other people listening and you, the listener, I feel like it could help others. And it's up to you guys to share that.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm sure if you're here, you already know, but we have tons of shorts, tons and tons. At this point, we have a pretty big catalog. So go check out some of the old stuff too. There's a lot of funny.
You know, and what I enjoy looking at the old stuff and moving into where we're at today, it just shows growth.
Yeah, in a short time.
What's odd is not only have we grew our like content. What is the word I'm looking for? Like quality has grown, you know, as sound and audio and video and visual effects. And I've grew. This whole fucking show's grown, baby.
I think we're men now.
Yeah, we're close at least.
We're getting closer than some people.
Episode, 1 through 7, we were far from it.
Far from it.
But now, look at us now.
Look at us.
You're in the gym. You got Cheeto. Your pants are still unbuttoned, Jordan. You sick bastard.
This is a shortcut to the masturbation later.
But yeah, we appreciate you tuning in. Appreciation. I love it. Appreciate you bringing that up because it's good to remind ourselves to appreciate the small things. Appreciate my family. Appreciate time with the kids, and when Eli comes in here and asks me later, are you going to play Fortnite with me today? Of course I'm going to play Fortnite with him today. I try to do that on Sundays, play a couple games with him because he loves that. And what's a game or two?
Right.
You know what I mean? I appreciate the time. He loves to play Fortnite with me. Like he loves, I could care less about the new maps and this and that, but he loves talking about it.
Yeah.
And
that'll transition.
I love him.
That'll transition to something in life too.
I'm sure.
Everyone's all worried about kids being obsessed with it. Dude, everything always translates.
He loves it. I let him love it. It's better than loving other things at that age or being a troubled kid. I mean, the kid, he plays games. Who gives a fuck?
Everyone does.
You know
now.
what I mean? Like
that's the future.
You play with yourself. My kid plays with games. What's the difference?
That's true.
And I'm not talking to Jordan. I was talking to you.
Okay.
You right there. But yeah, I'm going to enjoy that today and appreciate you.
Appreciate my coal and my engine.
Yeah. I'll stuff your engine full of coal any day of the week, buddy. Whether he's the conductor or I'm that one pushing the steam. Just remember, I'm Daniel.
And I'm Jordan.
And we're Daniel and Jordan. We'll see you next time.
Latro.
You got to really get yourself together. Caney,
I guess we'll start
please
with
hurry
the
the
zipper.
fuck home.